Today's the day. Energy. Hey guys, today we're going to install the carpet finally. I had changed my mind on what I was planning on doing, so before I installed it I kind of wanted to contemplate on what the plan was. I'll talk about that later. So today we're going to install the carpet. We're going to also install the Falcon console again, so you guys can see that, with cup holders. I'm going to add them, and then of course the Mustang bucket seats. So I'm excited. Let's get this done. Now it's time to put that into there. There's this firewall cover thing. I'll post a picture of what it is from the parts catalog. Mine's old and crusty. I don't know if I was to get a new one, if I was able to install it from here. But I tried tucking it underneath first. It's really working that way, so I'm going to pull it back out. And then I'm going to try to reinstall it over it. I've got some material that's carpet-like that I might go underneath there, underneath the dash, and cover up the crusty old stuff. And so far it's a little short on one side. I'm going to try to install it underneath this firewall mat, I guess we'll call it, covered. A little better. Fits a little better too. I think I might go with that. Try one of these. What do you think? Ooh. Yeah. Definitely going to be interesting screwing it down though. There's a lot of material underneath it between this rubber sealer right here. I didn't put too much of the sound deadener on, and then the carpet, so it should be fun. Cool. I think I'm going to leave it here for now. I'm going to figure out what to do covering that up. Like I said, I have some material that's similar to this that I could be able to cover it up with. It looks like on that far side, you can kind of see a little bit on this side too. You can kind of see that some of the sound deadener is kind of peeking through. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, cover that up. I guess I'm gonna crawl underneath there after I get it pretty laid down, poke a hole through where the bolt holes are, and then cut. You know, I guess. I'm also gonna have to cut where the pedal is, the gas pedal. I'm going to cut that because I don't know, that might have been the problem going underneath the firewall mat there. But I'm going to have to cut it so that the pedal can be free to move. Hey guys, I want to talk about this hump here. I can't exactly remember what they came on. Obviously, probably up to from slicks to dents, but it's meant for, I think, like the 4x4s, F250s, F350s. I'm sure I got part of that wrong, but that's what it's for. Usually a shifter would mount there up high or mid level there. I wanted to, and I still do want to go manual, but I decided that I'm going to go T5, which means that I don't need this hump, right? So what am I going to do, right? So besides the shifter up there, it's going to be like down here. I have an idea for this, kind of keeping to its shape, putting something there. It's going to be interesting. I contacted a few fabricators, and we'll see. We'll see what I do there, but that's some future video. But this carpet comes with a hump and without, which you obviously let them know, inform them whenever you order it. Hey, here's a close-up of what you're watching right now during the install. These are the L brackets I've talked about in previous videos. Similar ones you can find on autokrafters. I'll put a pic up. This bolt right here is stock. If you have bench seats, then you'll have that bolt. The L brackets you have to buy. They bolt to the bottom right there, and that I believe I had to buy the bolts on that, but they might come with your 3-point seat belts here. This one is similar to what you can find on autokrafters, but the key here is you see the belt that you would put around you bolts to the bottom here, and then it sort of just hugs right there. So, and then up here 67 to 72, and I believe the dents have these as well. So there is a bolt or screw rather here that's just there. It's threaded and everything. On some it's found over here, but on mine it's here. I don't really know anything a big difference, but yes, so any kit that you would get from autokrafters that is 3-point, I think the most I had to do was I had to change, the one supplied was the wrong thread count. I don't know where that varies in regards to years, but so a couple of pieces of hardware I had to buy. Again, this is not the one, this is not the seat belt from autokrafters, but it is similar. This is sort of just a quick look at it while you guys are watching the installation. Okay, I've got to find the bucket seat bracket holes. These two obviously original, these two I drilled. Poke it through with this, and get these seats installed. Hey guys, so this is an early 60s Falcon console. I don't really have any tricks or trades on how to install this. People will install it different. I just found some cheapo L brackets at the hardware store, and then basically where I mounted it was in the center. There was a hole there, and then there. So I just used the center one to mount it, and then while I did that, I found these. They're for boats, the cup holders. And I installed that, so I have somewhat of a hideaway cup holder. So nothing crazy about this. I found this for a little too much money, I think, on eBay. Works the way it should, you know. I purchased this one. The one I came with no key, and I think even if you did find one, you'd be surprised if it came with keys. So I purchased it offline and installed it. So recommended upgrade so I can lock stuff away when I lock it up in my truck. But this is a fun truck, so it's not my daily, so I'm not too worried about theft. But there's a quick look at the Falcon, early 60s Falcon console. If you saw the removal of the bucket seats, I'd say you guys can understand how to install them. But here's just a quick rundown. These are 67, 68 bucket seats, I always forget. And then down here are the brackets. These are made on autokrafters. I'll pop up the part number on those. And basically they're pretty self-explanatory. I'll try to find a pic of them just sitting without the seats inside the cab. But recommendation is to bolt them, as you guys saw in the previous videos. I'll try to tag that up above. The seats bolt in pretty well, I'll be honest with you. And then what I did is, after I made sure they're even and everything, these bolt holes over here on the, the outer side, the outer bracket, line up with the bench seat holes. So then whenever you guys can see right there and right there is a bolt, and I just sort of marked it and drilled in there, and I just used a nut on the other side. So nothing too crazy about installing these. Not really any tips or trades that I haven't said whenever I uninstalled them and talked about the buckets. So, but here's just a closer look at the undercarriage, if you will, of the seats. I highly recommend this because, I don't know, it just sits you back. You know, does that make any sense? Kind of sits you back and then you're comfortable, you know. So, and I like 3-point seat belts. Definitely my favorite modification. If you guys have any questions, post in the comments, I guess. Alright guys, here's just a quick look of it installed. I'm using my original floor mats just because I don't want to get the carpet dirty, but I plan on installing those new ones I got when I go to shows. But here it is installed. So just to recap, I installed, took out the bucket seats, repainted one of the brackets, And then I went installed the carpet, but before that I did a little bit of body work, which sucked, on the floor. And then of course the sound deadener, and then the carpet. You know, thanks for coming on that journey with me, guys, but this is pretty much the official finished thing. There'll be some updates on what I'm going to do with the center part of the carpet, and then right there are the mats that I plan on using at car shows. So what do you guys think? You like it? I'm definitely a fan. Thanks for watching, guys.